गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा, जय प्रभुपदा। प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजाचार्य स्तोत्र सदा भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की, भक्ति सिद्धांत संत गोस्वामी महाराज की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासिद्धि गौर भक्तवृंद की, अंतर रूप मायापुर धाम की है, वृंदावन धाम की है, तुलसी देवी की है, भक्ति देवी की जय, समावेद भक्तवृंद की जय। गौ प्रेमानंदे all good to assemble devotees, all good to assemble devotees, all good to assemble devotees, all good to Guru and Gauranga. Maharaj, with your permission, the reason I am here actually is because we started speaking right from this place, and we had about attendance of 89 people. And when I came to a line where Prabhupada is mentioning about Ambarish Maharaj, that time I thought and I said, oh my God, tomorrow is Ekadashi. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I will continue speaking about Ekadashi tomorrow, because that's the actual day. So yesterday we glorified Ekadashi, today we will be doing it again. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. यस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सगुण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगुण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते। तप्तकांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रेम। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नाना शास्त्र विचारणे कनिपुणो सद्धर्म संस्थापक लोकानां हितकारणो त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्याकरो। राधा कृष्ण पदारविंद भजना नंदन मातालिको वंदे प्रसन्नांकनो रघुलो श्रीजीव गोपाल को श्रीजीव गोपाल को श्रीजीव गोपाल को। Srila Prabhupada is instructing that if there is a Bhagavad Gita class, you do this way. If there is Bhagavatam class, you do this way. Today is different situation because we are going to talk about Ekadashi. So I thought maybe he said you should be always singing this particular verse that I just sang. Then the reason is that so far as Ekadashi is concerned, it becomes like a separate scripture. It's a huge scripture. You can go read. There is no end to it. So much glorification of Ekadashi. There is a dialogue between Brahma and Narad Rishi. His son is asking Brahma about Ekadashi. Also, after Mahabharata, every single night Krishna used to sit with Pandavas and he will discuss that this Ekadashi, this glorification is like this, story goes behind like this, some other Ekadashi like this. Similarly, there are so many Ekadashis and so many stories he has covered. That's altogether different scripture. And plus I said, in a year there are 26 Ekadashis and they all have different stories related to it. How it helped. Vidyarthi labate vidyan, dhanarthi labate dhanam, putrarthi labate putran, moksharthi labate gatin. People want something and scripture will give you. Not through Ekadashi only, through so many other means also. But little children, like you go downstairs, they study in Sunday school, they need to have education. Vidyarthi labade vidya. Dhanarthi labade dhanam. Of course, you and me, everyone needs Lakshmi. Who doesn't need Lakshmi? So Lakshmi can be given or achieved through Ekadashi. Putrarthi labade putran, those who want some son, daughter or somebody. So what happens that Ekadashi gives that also. I'm not trying to say that it gives all material things and that's why we are glorifying Ekadashi. It's one of the things. It just happens that when you follow the injunction, then naturally happens your dreams come true, your desires are fulfilled. So even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to do Ekadashi, and he also insisted that all my disciples must follow Ekadashi, and they must observe Ekadashi. That's what I'm saying. Moksharthi labate gatin. Those who do not want anything, they say, oh, I want to go back to Godhead. How will you go? That's the only way you will go. So, very interesting dialogue is given in Garuda Purana. And it says that Garuda Bhakti Margo Bahu Kachito Bhavatam Tatha Cha Kachita Deva Bhakti Nam Gatiruttam. There is a bird and there is Mahavishnu. In English they say, two is a company, three is a crowd. So this is of course a crowd. But when are only two people, his career Garuda and Mahavishnu, only two people are sitting and they are talking. And it's so wonderful. Most of the scriptures are like that. Lord Shiva is sitting and next to him is Parvati and Parvati Uvacha. The scripture starts that way. So the dialogues are created this way, and it's wonderful presentation because only two people are there, and so easy to convince, and so easy to even project your own doubts about it. Immediately, Lord Shiva or Mahavishnu or Krishna, like Arjuna and Krishna, right, on battlefield of Kurukshetra. So the thing is that he is asking that, Prabhu, I carry you around. I can understand. I am your servant. You sit on my back and we go different lokas, 14 planetary systems. But how these living creatures, how they communicate, So, is there any way? And he says, yes, there are. So, in Garuda Purana, Lord Vishnu says, there are 5 boats for people who are drowning in the ocean of worldly existence. There are boats available. These are the people who are drowning in the ocean of worldly existence. Lord Vishnu, that's one. The Bhagavad Gita, Srimati Tulsi Devi, cows and brahmanas, and Ekadashi. These are the 5 things. If you have, you can take any of those boats and cross the ocean of nations. This is according to Lord Vishnu given instructions or suggestion to Garuda. So, chanting Hare Krishna mantra will connect you to Lord Vishnu, definitely. Reading Bhagavad Gita will properly plug into the circuit of the devotional service. Now, taking shelter of Tulsi Maharani. So, if you come to this temple, you always come usually Sunday, and which is, I don't know to me how much it helps you. But at least one day in your life, you take time off from your work or whatever you are doing and spend the night here. 4 o'clock you come down here, join the devotees, attend Mangala Aarti, attend Tulsi Aarti, Guru Aarti, the Shrandar Aarti, etc., morning program. And you will know so much more about it. So try to do that. So in the morning what happens, I am telling you, when it comes to Tulsi, the devotees will sing, Vilas kunde diyadas Nanehari basada Jugalil purashi Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namo Jani kani ke papani janmantar kusanave Tani tani nashyanti padakshina prade pade. Every step you go around Tulsi Maharani, they bring it right here in the temple room. And everybody is walking around with circumambulation. It's a wonderful experience. You should come. I myself don't come. I come like once a year. But that's okay. You should come at least one day in a life. That will really help. Why he's talking about all these 5 different elements? So he himself continues and he says, Vanaspikanam Tulsim Masanam Asharapya Ekadashi Tishinam Cha kshetranam dvaraka mama. And he said, all plants, the sacred tulsi is most dear to me. Of all the months, the Ashar Mas is most dear. Of all places of pilgrimage, my beloved Dwarka is most dear. And of all the days, Ekadashi is the most dear to me. That is what he gives his own personal opinion. What would like, as if you just go in the restaurant and they're treating you and they say, sir, what would you like to have? Right? That kind of thing. So if you ask Krishna or Vishnu, that's what he says. That among all the plants, I love Tulsi Maharani. And that's why he says, if you surrender to Tulsi Maharani, you will definitely come to me. So, why Ashar Masa? Ashar Mas is a very interesting month. You have children and sometimes you talk, this summer we are going to go to Disney World. Have you seen the pleasure in their face? They'll be excited. They go to school and they say, okay, tomorrow bring some snacks with you because we are going to go out, which is known as a paryatan or whatever we say. They don't stay in the class, but they all walk out of this place and they spend a day in a garden or playground or whatever, It's like a break for them. They love it. So in this particular month, Lord is coming out on his chariot and they take him on the Fifth Avenue and he loves it. Hundreds of people are there. This year there are 25,000 people walking behind the chariots. And he used to really, you can see on Lord's face that he really loves going out. So this is the month where you will find a lot of New Jersey Rath Yatra and Parsippany Rath Yatra and Baltimore Rath Yatra and Detroit Rath Yatra. There is a list on the stairwell, 52 weeks, 52 Rath Yatra. This is an amazing thing happening. In India, as per the calendar, as per the scripture, as per the mentality of the people think there is only one day God comes out. But Prabhupada said, no, we have so many temples. Everyone should have Rath Yatra. And that's why all those 52 weeks are divided. Somewhere there is a Rath Yatra going on, somewhere. And there are some people I met, they just follow the Rath Yatra. They spend life there. They meet you in the New York Rath Yatra, and if you go to Parsippany Rath Yatra, the same devotees are there. I say, Prabhu, are still here. I'm going to be here even Detroit Rath Yatra. I'm going to be in Washington Rath Yatra. I'm going to be in Toronto Rath Yatra. They just follow. And because devotees activities are there, and they also serve and become part of the Rath Yatra. So this is what it is, that they love that particular month. And so far as places of pilgrimage are concerned, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Puritvaravati, Shaiva, Saptate, Mokshadaika. There are so many places of pilgrimage. Wherever you go, Prabhu, is there any place? So of course, go here, go there, go there, go there. You can go so many places. But Krishna says, if I have to go, I'll go to Dwarka. That's the place he loves. So I'm just going by the book and by his opinion. And Ekadashi Tithinam, there are 365 days. But among them, when it comes to Ekadashi, that's the day I love. Now, it sounds that we are moving away from our concept. I'm not this body, I'm not this body. Everybody is walking around. Although if there is a toothache, they will cry. What happened? Prabhu, any dentist, I have a lot of pain, So are you body? Yes, sir, Prabhu, I am body. But please do something about it, right? We speak we are not body, but we are this body, of course. So the thing is that because of that, this particular subject of Ekadashi has something to do with your own body. In other words, you are not going to survive lifetime. They don't guarantee you eternity. Only thing, how to stay healthy is given through this Ekadashi. So, in Ayurveda, there are so many Vedas, and one of them is Ayurveda. It says that Langate Kshipite Doshe Dipte Gnano Raghave Sati Swastyam Kshatru Manuchihi Shakti Bala Mojascha Jayate. So, when one fasts, imbalanced doshas or elements are brought into equilibrium. The gastric fire is increased and one's body and mind are normalized. In addition, one gains physical lightness, a hearty appetite, a healthy thirst, a pleasant disposition, and good digestion, as well as strength, energy, and vigor. This is given in Ayurveda, Ashtanga Hridayam. There is a section called Ashtanga Hridayam, and it clearly says that you must fast. And Ekadashi is all about fasting. That's why it takes care of whether you know this Ayurveda or no, but your body knows that today you fasted. That's why it must give you some results. Again, in Ayurveda Sutra Sthanam it says, Vimalendriya sarge malanam ragamam ruchim kshutrishta sahodatha shuddha hridaya udgara kantata. The benefits of fasting: clearness of the sensory and motor organs, proper exertion of waste, timely appearance of hunger and thirst, purity of the pericardial regions, clearness of irritation and the throat, relaxation of acute tension in the body, cheerfulness and freedom from sluggishness. It will give you strength and determination to achieve your goal. So if your goal is going back to Godhead, still it helps. You must fast. And that is it all about. Today actually is Ekadashi. It is also called Devapodi or Devashani Ekadashi. Sometimes they also call it a Padma Ekadashi. So any Ekadashi, doesn't matter which Ekadashi. If you go to ISKCON calendar, every 2 weeks, they have labeled Ekadashi, Ekadashi, Ekadashi. And you don't have to know whether it's Papmuchini Ekadashi or Putrada Ekadashi. It is a meaning within the name it gives. Like Putrada means gives you son, right? And that's what it is. You fast? You fast Ekadashi? Yeah. I was riding with his son. Somebody gave me a ride. And his son was in the car. And as this car started, he started singing Namaste Narsimhaya. So beautiful. I've never heard anybody singing so perfectly. Someday, I don't have any powers, but if I had some mercy to ask somebody, please, Prabhu, you sing 365 days. Can this boy sing once? It's so beautiful. Right? So you must be doing Ekadashi. Putrada Ekadashi. So you achieve that fruit. Here is a living example of person who is following Ekadashi. So now, without going into or waiting for what Srila Prabhupada says, let's read it. Srila Prabhupada once remarked that a brilliant quality of the Vedic literature is its variegated presentations of different paths for different classes of human beings. Thus we find 18 Puranas, for example, 6 for those in a material mode of goodness, 6 for those in passion, and 6 for those in ignorance. Additionally, we find the philosophical Upanishads, the terse, sophisticated Vedanta Sutras, majestic and enthralling epics such as Mahabharata and Ramayana, and many other kinds of scriptures as well. All these Vedic books have common in aim, as expressed in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedesh Sarvam Aham Eva Vaidyaham. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Thus Vedic literatures address all human beings in whatever state of spiritual education or decadence they may be, and engage them progressively on the path of human perfection, culminating the pure love of Godhead. The blessings gained by observing Ekadashi will clearly appeal to a wide range of spiritual practitioners. Thus, for example, persons concerned with family life will be attracted by the boons of good children, prosperity, etc. Whereas those who have transcended such attachment will be motivated by the opportunity to rapidly attain pure love of Godhead. Of course, the true glory of Ekadashi is that all classes of human beings can quickly progress toward the supreme goal of pure Krishna consciousness by properly observing the holy day. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself strictly observed Ekadashi, and he demanded that his followers do the same. So I'm just making up, this is a wonderful way to guide us. Srila Prabhupada has extensively taken care of us. In the discipline of Krishna consciousness, fasting at regular intervals is highly recommended for the both physical and spiritual improvements. The science of nutrition teaches that periodic fasting greatly benefits the body by giving the digestive organs a rest and allowing for internal cleansing. The body then functions much more efficiently. Even more important for devotees of Krishna, however, is the spiritual benefit to gain by fasting on certain auspicious days, strictly following the rules and regulations. Thus, Krishna-conscious devotees are enjoined to fast twice a month, on the 11th of both the waxing and the waning moon. One who fasts on this day, called Ekadashi, attains not only the physical benefit, but tremendous spiritual benefit as well. Now, many years back, I remember right here, right from this Vyasasana, I was trying to talk about Ekadashi. And I was not expecting that devotee will ask me a question. But he asked me a question, and which really embarrassed me a little bit. Because Prabhupada says sometimes that Krishna doesn't have to fast. So many times, we are fasting, we offer the same Rajbhog or same items that we always offer to Krishna. Krishna is not in bondage. We are in bondage. So we should be fasting, not Krishna. So what happens, that this devotee knew about it, that today there is a gulab jamun, today is rasmalai, today is samosa. So he asked me a question in the middle of the lecture that, Prabhu, what's wrong if I take the Mahaprasad from there? And I could not answer because Mahaprasad is a Mahaprasad. I wish I can have Mahaprasad also. But the idea is that I was not prepared to answer that question because I knew he is a devotee, he is attached to Maha. That's the only food he gets. So his idea was to skip fasting and accept Mahaprasad. So I was not very good at answering. But then I went home and started just looking at different books. And I found one book of Vallabhacharya. So Vallabhacharya is visiting Jagannath Puri. And when Jagannath Puri priest, who is making all kinds of guris every single day, even on the Ekadashi, they don't mind accepting Mahaprasad. So he came distributing and he put a little bit in hand of Mahaprabhu or Vallabhacharya also. Now Vallabhacharya cannot say, no, I'm fasting. He cannot do that. He's a devotee. Jagannath is right there and he doesn't want to see him doing that. So he accepted that. And what should he do? Should he eat or no? So he started chanting Jagannath Astak. The whole night he chanted, kept chanting. And in the morning, He looked at Jagannath, offered him back, and then ate the prasad. So Prabhupada says the same thing, that we know you like Mahaprasad, but you can leave it aside for a day, and the next day you can eat. Don't try to break your fast. So Prabhupada is so perfect in answering. And I said, oh my God, I'm so dumb, I could have answered that way. But the thing is, so here, Sutta Goswami, Ekadana Nisharanya Rusha, Shaunakadava, Praparshu Munes Sarve Sutam Pauranikam Kuru. So, Sutta Goswami always asks questions like this. And here it says, and the answer from Sutta Goswami is, there are 12 months in a year and 2 Ekadashis in each month. Thus there are 24 Ekadashis in full year. And in the leap year there are 2 extra Ekadashis, that makes 26. O great sages, please listen attentively, as I declare to you the names of the auspicious Ekadashis. So, if you do not have the calendar in front of you, for your information, what are those Ekadashis? Utpanna Ekadashi, Mokshada Ekadashi, Safala Ekadashi, Putrada Ekadashi, Shatshila Ekadashi, Jaya Ekadashi, Vijaya Ekadashi, Amal Ki Ekadashi, Papa Mochini Ekadashi, Kamada Ekadashi. Now every one has meaning. Kamada. What is Kamada? Kam is desire, and Da means one who fulfills your desire. You want to buy a Mercedes, you can buy. Fast. No, I'm not kidding. It works. All these things in the books, somehow it works. A friend of mine won a lotto. He sent me a picture. He said, I'm chartering a plane and going to visit my sister in Dallas. He was driving himself, his own plane. Right? And I said, what's the secret? He said, ask my mom. So I asked his mother, what's the secret? He said, Ekadashi. Mother says, observe Ekadashi. So it can fulfill any desire. It could be a stupid desire. But Krishna knows you did it. You know, we are not trying to teach you other way, you know, don't misunderstand me. But the thing is that material things will eventually go away with you when you die. But there are some benefits which will always stay with you, even if you leave this particular world. So, then Apara Ekadashi, Nirjala Ekadashi, Yogini Ekadashi, Padma Ekadashi, Kamika Ekadashi, Putrada Ekadashi, Ajay Ekadashi, Parivartini Ekadashi, Indira Ekadashi, Papamshu Kusha Ekadashi, Rama Ekadashi, Haribodhini Ekadashi, and 2 extra Ekadashi which occur during the leap year are called Padmini and Parama Ekadashi. One who is physically unable to fast on Ekadashi should at least read the glorification of Ekadashi. There are books available, or even, you know, you can come to me, I'll lend you the literature. But if you are really unable to fast, you're on medication sometimes because of your age, then at least you should read about glorification of Ekadashi. Because Ekadashi itself is a great, wonderful name, or word I should say. Ekadashi is 11. Why 11? Why not 1? Why not 2, 3, 4, 5? So the answer is given here that there are, I got it right here, 5 senses: the nose, tongue, eyes, skin and ears. These are the sense objects could be perceived through this. And then there are working senses, which are the vocal cord, legs, hands, and organs, anus, etc. So what happens that these are the 10 senses and plus your mind, that makes 11. When you control all these 11 senses for one day, for 24 hours only, not more than that, right? If you can do that, you made it. Once you do, I bet you, the next Ekadasi you will be waiting. You will say, why there are 10 days in between? It should be right away, after 4 days, 5 days. But it's okay, everybody is not excited like you. So, the ears has something to do with the sound, the skin has something to do with the touch, eyes has something to do with the form, and tongue has something to do with taste. Nose is smelling, of course. So, you have all these senses. Why would not use you? You must use it, right? Something is right with you, and if you don't use it, then the mind will take you to use them in the thoughts. So, what's the best thing? So here it says, if your ears try to listen to the holy name, your tape recorder, put some tape, Harinam Sankirtan, Hare Krishna, Hare Prabhupada is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, listen to that, Bhagavad class, guitar reading, Bhagavad reading, so many things are available, you can listen to these. So ears are engaged that way. Skin and puja paraphernalia, like chamar or fan or whatever, chandan or pushpa, whatever you have, you are touching it. So your senses are also engaged that way. Eyes, look at the deities, look at the form and keep the eyes engaged with. And the tongue, taste something, whatever is offered during Ekadashi, and eat that. So you engage your tongue that way. And we offer the flower, right? During the Aarti, you see people are fighting for flower. So the thing is, once you smell that, your nose is engaged. And do come to the temple. When you want to come, you take a subway or even when you car, you have to use your legs. So naturally, your legs are what you call engaged. And with the hands, you can do so many things. If you go inside, there are at least 5 women making garlands. All these garlands, right? 100 feet long garland we have to make, and then we have to wrap up on the altar and all that. So much activities are there. Your hands can be. The vocal cord, of course, just like I talk about his son, you can sing also. That's your engagement of your vocal cord. So, that is one thing, that when all these senses get engaged, that's the day is Ekadashi. I don't know how much time we have, but the reason she's called Ekadashi, or this particular day, is that there used to be a demon, son of Nadi Jang, and there is a capital called Chandravati. So his son was a demon. His name was Mura. And Mura, just like Bali Maharaj, he took away everything from Indra and from demigods. There was no way anybody can fight him, because thing is, he was so strong. So they went to Mahavishnu and they said, so Mahavishnu said, who's going to fight? They said, we cannot fight anymore if you want to fight. So Mahavishnu says, okay, let me try. So Mahavishnu is coming down with all his weapons and this and that. But Mura, the demon, is so strong. One of the names of Krishna is Ranachod, means running away from the battlefield. That's his nature. If he is in danger, he finds in danger, he will just run away. It could be a trick, whatever it is, but that's why it's called Ranachod. So this time, he ran away from the battlefield, and Mura tried to chase him, and then he found a cave called Himavati. Himavati is a cave, and it's so long, only one entrance. So Lord Vishnu just ran into it. Mura was looking for and couldn't find anywhere, He gave up. He said, well, he escaped, what can I do? Well, I'll kill him next time, And then he saw the little opening in the cave, and he said, yeah, he must be there. So he followed inside. Now, meanwhile, Lord Vishnu was so tired and fatigued that he just started snoring. He's sleeping. And Mura said, this is it. Man, you're done. Right? I'm going to kill you now. I'm going to eat you. So at that time, all the senses, his ears, skin, eyes, tongue, nose, hands, legs, vocal cords, anus and genital, everything became active. The internal potency residing in those senses, they woke up and they came out as a little girl. And Mura saw that girl and thought, maybe I should marry this girl. So Ekadashi says, well, you have to fight with me. And if I am defeated, I'll marry you. So okay. So they started fighting. And Ekadashi killed him. So when Vishnu woke up, he was curious to know. The Mura is lying dead here. Oh my God, he could have easily killed me. I was fast asleep. Who did this? So meanwhile, this little girl is coming out and she says, I did it. I killed this person. So he says, well, you saved my life. What can I do for you? She says, I am Ekadashi. And whoever is fasting on this particular day will go back to Godhead. That you have to promise me. Vishnu didn't have a choice. The person who saved his life, how can he deny? So he has promised Ekadashi, whoever is fasting on this particular day will go back to Godhead without any condition. So when you go back, Yamaraja is only going to ask first question, did you fast on Ekadashi? Because you may have committed so many other impious activities and he may be prepared to give you and hang you. And suddenly you say, my dear sir, I was fasting on Ekadashi. And he say, oh my God, what? Put him back. So the thing is, that is why, this is the first question asked when you go up there. Have you fasted on Ekadashi? So today is a day, and those who didn't fast can still fast because our prasadam is made all Ekadashi prasadam. So it is okay. And then you wait for 2 weeks more, and for the next part of the Ekadashi, you start fasting every Ekadashi. The reason it is called Deva Shayani is there is another incident happening today. Is Lord Vishnu we were just talking about it, Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, I just mentioned about, right, the other day. Is because what happens that when he took away everything from Bali Maharaj, that time Vishnu promised him that I will be always with you. So he was sent to Sutala Lok and he says, I will be always with you. So these 4 months Vishnu is residing with Bali Maharaj. So starting from today, after 4 months there will be Prabodhini Ekadashi. On that day, Lord Vishnu will wake up again. And it's going to be a very auspicious day. You all will be there because that day also really auspicious for us, for the temple. We perform the Tulsi Vivaha. So that's a marriage. As soon as Vishnu wakes up, first thing we do is give him a girl, and that's Tulsi Maharani. And we perform the wedding ceremony between Tulsi Maharani and Lord Vishnu. So that comes after 4 months. Meanwhile, all these 4 months, if you can fast, you should fast. That is known as the Chaturmas, and in ISKCON, Prabhupada has made it so simple. If you go through the book, it's big headache, fasting. But Prabhupada says no. The first whole month, you stay away from the cooked leafy vegetables, which is easy to do that. Then second month, he says, don't eat any yogurt for the whole month. Then the third month, don't drink any milk or anything. So that's easy. And the fourth month is don't eat urad dal. Now urad dal is nobody eats anyway. So the thing is, it's so easy in ISKCON to follow Chaturmas. So I hope you can follow from today, 4 months. And when you come back, we'll have Tulsi Vivah. Anybody wants to join for Tulsi Vivah, who wants to sponsor Tulsi Vivah, who wants to be parents of Tulsi Maharani, who wants to be parents of Shaligram Sheila, the doors are open for you. I just, without any authority, I just announce that 4 months is Prabodhini Ekadashi. Meanwhile, so many things are going to happen. So I hope you enjoyed this pravachan. Shri Radha Govinda ki, Shri Prabhupada ki. Yeah.
Where's my group? You gonna play for me?
You can play, but in 30 minutes, because
30 minutes, yeah, I know that. I gotta go for break.
yeah, because
You gonna play me down?
the other guys are gonna come. But yeah,
I know them. I know them. Hey, Haribo. Kartal? Prabhuji, Kartal?
flip it on this side. Camera.
I don't need camera. Too exposed.
আজানুলম্বিত ভুজ কনকাবদাত সংকীর্তনয় কপিতর কমলায়তাক্ষ বিশ্বম্বর দ্বিজবর যুগধর্মপাল বন্দে জগৎ প্রিয় কর করুণাবতার বন্দে জগৎ প্রিয় কর করুণাবতার অজানুলম্বিত